am the color red in a world full of black and white.
Brace for the change, brace for the rage, brace for the wave. I've been going through it. Y'all know the pain, driving me insane, deep in your veins. Y'all know how I prove it. Strut through the lanes, gripping the grain. Miles an hour, yeah, miles of fluid. Mask on, asking, why should I do it? Because no one is moving. I came from the swamp, the mud. Algorithm told me I was the plug. Feel for the fiend, you know what I mean. I've been through all of the lesson and hugs, and that is because I'm betting all hope will enter here. So listen clear, I made your dreams. Fireflies don't disappear.
What's up, everybody? Thank you all so much for joining us this evening for another episode of Fireflies Forever. We are so happy to be joining you this week, and man, do we have a lot to talk about, and something that maybe some of you, like myself, haven't seen yet, and I didn't see it until today. So thank goodness for Chris for sending it to me. So I did want to mention this real quick because I know I'll forget. If you don't mind, please drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you know when we have future content. And speaking of future content, I'm going to go over our schedule for the rest of the week real quick before we get into the show. So obviously you're here with us today. Thursday, we will be back for TNA Wrestling. Thursday, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll be back on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for Between the Ropes. And not sure how many of you all got the chance to see this, but we had another episode in our Legends of the Squared Circle series. We had part one of John Cena's series there, so check that out. Brandy has been doing those for us, so shout out to Brandy. Thank you so much for doing those. And yeah, Chris, how's it going this week, man?
Doing good, although I am ready. I don't know what is going on with this weather. I am so ready for summer to be over with. Like, it's October tomorrow, and it's still like 90 degrees here. I've never seen it like this. I'm so ready for fall.
It's crazy, man. Like it just hasn't made up its mind yet. So, yeah, I'm ready for fall. That's the thing though. We got some teases of fall. And then all of a sudden it's just like fall decided, okay, well, never mind. Let me go back. So, but yeah, man, good to see you as always. Let me shout out a few folks real quick. Clown Jeremy Dunderman, a member of the channel. We've got James Chaplet, Dylan McClure, Deanna's in the house, KJ Carter. Yeah. So welcome, everyone. We thank you all so much for joining us. And as you know, as we always do, we get every episode started with memories. So, Chris, I'm going to turn it over to you, and then we'll chat on the other side of the video.
Yeah. So this is a cute little video. This is when Harper discovered the greatness that is British chocolate. And Jodie introduced us all to some treats and stuff that she grew up with in England having. And if you've never had, especially if you've never had a Cadbury Dairy Milk, if you ever see it, try it. It's some delicious chocolate. But yeah, this is Harper and Jodie talking about when she discovered British chocolate.
So Harper, you like British chocolate now?
It's amazing.
You have joined the dark side.
Yo.
You prefer British chocolate to American chocolate, unless it's M&M's, right?
Nah. Even Skittles are British. M&M's are way better.
Mm-hmm. They're called Smarties.
No. That'd be too easy. I almost called.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
But
I've never tried any of that kind of stuff before I met Jody, and yeah, British chocolate's legit.
it's where it's at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I remember ordering some, like just hearing. I mean, obviously, if you have a sweet tooth, you have a little bit of curiosity, so
Mhm.
you got to see what all the fuss is about. And I
Oh, yeah.
can't.
Jody told everyone she knew about it too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's legit. So yeah, thank you for sharing that video, man. Awesome stuff. All right, so we're gonna get to some artwork now, and yeah, we've got some great stuff this week, and I don't see Alicia yet, but she gave us a couple pieces. Maybe she'll be in there. See,
Oh,
look,
Look at it. Her ears were burning.
instead of say his name, say her name, and
Right.
she appeared. I believe in Alicia. Just talking about you. All right, so here we go. We'll get started here. I love this.
Yeah, this actually is a poster for sale on Pinterest that someone is selling. That's where I found it.
Man, that's awesome. So this is some drawings from Nicole.
Wow. Her talent never ceases to amaze me.
I mean, it's just crazy, man. Detail. It's just unreal.
I love the way Nikki is looking at her mask.
Yeah, yeah. This is awesome too.
Yeah, I love these cartoon style ones.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great one. I love that one. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, we'll throw back to Mr. Chad Gable.
Yeah. I like that. I really like that anime type of style. I like that.
Oh, Dad, I don't have homework.
Oh. And this is from Nikki. I really like this too.
Oh yeah. Very
All right.
Morticia Adams,
Yeah.
signish.
Yeah. And Alicia, Alicia, you gotta reach out to the folks that make Labubu's, or reach out to WWE so they can license them somehow.
Yeah, I showed
sure
my
they'd
daughter
like to make more
the
money.
Fiend one, and she wants it now. So
I'm sure WWE would love to find another way to make more money and praise. So why not?
Yeah, I even see some of the female wrestlers a lot of times have them on their stuff when they're walking in when they show those intro shots. So yeah, there's definitely a market.
Absolutely. And I really love this too. Many faces.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff from all of the artists, and thank you, Chris, for sending some stuff over. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Nicole, and all of the folks that share their talents every week. So thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. So since it's the last day of September, I figured for this week's topics and reactions, I wanted us to chat about some horror movies, if that's okay.
Always.
So I wanted us all, if you're a fan of horror, if not, then I'm sorry, James Chadwick. Yeah, I called you out. Hey, Sean. Let's see. Clown said I didn't know what a Labubu is until Dr. Redacted used one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my daughter, and I mean, it's like they have all these little kiosks and everything at these at the malls and everything now, and my daughter just absolutely just has to have a Labubu. And and the other thing is they have certain characteristics make them authentic or inauthentic. So a court apparently the number of teeth determines the authenticity of it. So
I asked Harper the other day to start working on a Christmas list to send me, because I like to start getting my Christmas shopping done sooner rather than later and not wait till the last minute.
Yeah.
And she's like, all I want is a case of 6 Labubus from the place that actually sells them. I'm like, how much is that? Like $300. I'm like, well, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's only $300.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So for our topics and reaction this week, I wanted us to have a little bit of fun, and I wanted folks to list their top 5 horror movies, or you could tell me 5 horror movies that when it's spooky season, you have to watch those movies. So answer it any way you like, but Chris, I wanted to throw that out to you first, and I'll read some off from the chat as folks send those in.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the gory horror movies. I really like the Terrifier movies, the Hostel movies, and other ones I really like. The Saw movies. Saw is one of my favorite horror franchises ever. Love all those. Yeah, pretty much anything like that I'm really drawn to. The gorier the better for me.
Yeah. So needless to say, when you saw the Wyatt Sicks do what they did to Chad Gable and crew.
Oh yeah, that was great. Oh yeah.
So Chris, if you had let me ask this too. If you had to pick a top 5 horror movies, what's your top 5, or just 5 movies that during the Halloween season you gotta watch these movies? I almost said pop the movie in, but that doesn't really apply.
One would definitely, and this was one of I know that Jodie talked about too, one of her favorites, 13 Ghosts. I love that movie.
Yeah.
All the Rob Zombie movies, but my favorite is The House of a Thousand Corpses. Love that one. I'd probably throw in the first Saw movie just because they're all good, but that one's just a classic because it started it all. Another one I like it's kind of cheesy, but it's still fun is House of Wax.
Yeah, I like that one.
That one's a good one. Let's see. One I saw like a year or 2 ago that's really become one of my favorites now. It's called Haunt. Where these kids go through a haunted house. That one's really awesome too.
Yeah. Those are all good, man. KJ saying Trick or Treat. Seen that one. That's good. An American Werewolf in London, and the Halloween movies.
Yeah. Of course, the Halloween movies are great too.
Yeah. Clown saying Trick or Treat, Idle Hands. Idle Hands is a really good one. I don't think enough people know about Idle Hands. But really,
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's got Devin. It's the guy that was in Final Destination.
Oh, okay.
He's in it. It's really good. Hatchet 2, the Hatchet series. If you've never seen that, go check those out. Chris, have you ever seen any of the Hatchet movies?
No, I haven't.
Dude, if you love gore, thank you, Clown. If you love gore, so Kane Hodder plays Victor Crowley, who's the big bad in it. And Kane Hodder played Jason, all that good stuff. But he's in it. And dude, some of the stuff in that, I mean, it's like there's a scene that involves someone's nether regions just dropping out. I'll just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. So, yeah, but Hatchet, the whole series. I mean, it's you know, it's a B horror. I think a lot of people would classify it as, but that's really my favorite lane of horror movies. So I love watching the lower budget movies, but it's really, really good. So
put that on my list to check out.
Yeah. Brandon saying my top 5 are Cujo, another good one. Another reason why I was afraid of dogs most of my life. Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Jaws. Good
a lot
stuff.
of classics there.
Yeah, a lot of classics. Deanna saying must watch. Hocus Pocus. I agree with that. Hocus Pocus is always a must watch. Exorcist, not so much. Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Devil's Rejects.
I love Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. I hate that Sid passed away before they could make the whole 3 from Hell, because I'm sure that changed a lot of what it was that they were doing. But yeah, he was definitely a legend. So but yeah, I don't know how many people do this. Maybe I'm just weird like this, but I watch horror movies all throughout the year. Like all throughout it doesn't have,
but for the most part, but I definitely watch more of them around this time of year. But
yeah, like I watch them. I mean, it's crazy. I just watch them all. For a while. I mean, obviously, you know, before I had a horror movie podcast, so I was watching them anyway. But yeah,
now you've got them coming out, you know, all year long.
Right.
So.
Right. And I mean, you have streaming platforms like Shudder and all these other places.
Another one I got to mention too. The sequel is getting ready to come out, and I cannot wait to see it. The Black Phone. I love the first Black Phone. I can't wait to see the second one.
So good. Yeah. Anytime for me, if people start asking me like what my top 5 is, Saw is up there. Candyman is up there. Child's Play. That's 3. Halloween for me, and Friday the 13th. I think those for me, and I can, depending on the day, I can flip flop the last few and put Nightmare on Elm Street in there. By the way, I just watched the documentary on Robert Englund yesterday. Fantastic. But I can flip flop all of those. But
which one do you like better, the original Halloween or Rob Zombie's remake?
See, I like the originals, but I definitely don't have as much animus towards the remakes as some people do.
Yeah,
I enjoy the remakes. I enjoy the brutality of the remakes. And part of that, I think, is because I like other Rob Zombie horror films. So
the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street was really good too.
I like that too. I know a lot of people didn't like the remake. I enjoyed it, but I think what's difficult about that, as opposed to Friday the 13th or Halloween, is that so many people get used to seeing Freddy Krueger being portrayed by Robert Englund.
Yeah. And
the face, the way the makeup forms to it, you get used to that face as Freddy Krueger. And then when you see anything different, it's like, oh man, this, you know, and it just takes you out of it. But I felt like it was a good movie.
Yeah. I just like the updated aspect of a lot of the remakes, how it just feels a little bit more modern. They're able to do a little more with special effects and stuff. So that's why I really like a lot of the remakes. Yeah, and I hope that at some point they try it again. I hope that they try another Nightmare on Elm Street remake, because that's one of the ones that needs to be. I mean, shoot,
as a kid growing up, when we were growing up, during the initial craze
Mm-hmm.
of Nightmare on Elm Street, I mean, I remember being at school sometimes or being someplace and people being like, "Don't fall asleep in class," because
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, that was always one of the most scary ones because like you have to
yeah,
sleep.
yeah, like you gotta go to sleep. So
Yep.
yeah, and I always remember that school scene
Mm-hmm.
where the girl has the asthma attack.
Yeah.
Wow, like that. Yeah. So, because like my kids are like, oh, well, how scary is it really? And they think it looks cheesy and everything. And to your point, if you update the character and remake it, maybe it'll scare some of these kids that think they're
Yeah.
all big and bad and tough and stuff now. Because Freddy scared the heck out of me.
Yeah.
I am not ashamed to admit it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I wanted to have a conversation about that and get people's
Oh yeah.
picks on horror
That's
movies.
another thing Jodie loved.
Yep, absolutely. We had a lot of fun discussions on the channel and on the show about horror movies and how they tie into
Yeah.
storyline.
I remember helping her a lot with that bracket that you guys did.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I will say this: I want to do this at some point during October. We did not get a chance to do the Halloween watch along.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that watch along this October.
That'd be awesome.
So if folks are down for that, I would love to do it. Let's pick a night. We'll throw out some dates and stuff, and let's pick a night and do a Halloween watch along. And yeah, let's have some fun talking about horror movies. Silverback, what's up? How you doing, brother? Sean saying, Jeff, I think Guillermo del Toro did some great horror movies. Yeah, I like Guillermo del Toro.
What were some of his?
So I know I'm gonna I get him and Fede Alvarez mixed up. Give me some of his. Didn't he? No, that was Fede Alvarez. He did the new remake of Texas Chainsaw that was on Netflix. Fede Alvarez did that one. I'm gonna look at some of them because, like I said, I always get his filmography and Fede Alvarez, and I don't want to give one credit for something that was awesome. And so Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, Pacific Rim, going down some of his filmography here. Those are just some of the ones. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I really like that one, by the way.
One I was wanting to see and I still have not seen. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. That was. I enjoyed that one. Let's see.
Where he put some in the chat now.
Yeah. So is this? No, this isn't. There's a horror movie that I've seen. I'll have to get back to everyone because I always forget the name. I have the DVD. As soon as I see it, I'll know exactly the name of it, and that's why I'm upset. But it's a musical horror. It's a rock band that has writer's block, and they go out into the woods to write, and they're out there like creating these songs and making these songs, but there's a slasher, and there's a bit of a twist to it. But I really enjoyed that. Hold on, I don't have time to go over there and look at it now, but and no, it's not Little Shop of Horrors, folks. Don't Go Into the Woods is the name of it.
Okay.
Yep. Don't Go Into the Woods. Don't Go in the Woods. But yeah, it may be cheesy to some, but, and when I say I like B, I mean, I'm talking like B and shoot. Some people might even say F horror. Because I watch stuff like Poultry. Has anybody ever seen Poltergeist?
No.
You've never seen Poltergeist?
No.
All right, yeah, that's a funny. Yeah, there's another one. Gosh, I'm trying to think of the other ones that I've seen. Silverback saying, yeah, he has. So yeah, there's some ones out there. You're like, man, there's another one called The Couch, I think. Yeah, and I don't know how many people have seen this one, but this is another one that I like to throw out there too. Tusk. Tusk is a Kevin Smith film, and Justin Long is in it.
Okay.
And all I will say, because I don't want to give a lot away, because it's bat crap crazy. I mean, it is just crazy. All I will say is there is a man that has a fascination with a walrus, like the animal, the walrus, everything about it, and all of that good stuff. Hey, Eric, how are you, man? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. But he loves everything about a walrus, so much so that he wants to experiment to see if he can create one. And I will just leave it at that.
Okay.
That's it. Does it sound weird? Yes, absolutely. And pay attention because Johnny Depp is in it.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just throw it out there. But yeah, Sean Rousseau saying was great and weird. Yeah. Clown saying is really good with the kid from The Sixth Sense in it too. Yeah. Yeah. And he's all grown up, and some of the stuff that he says, I'm like, wow, I didn't remember him saying words like that and talking about stuff like that. Yeah, See No Evil is a good one too. Bringing it back to wrestling.
Yeah, there you go. Kane.
Yeah,
I still remember that storyline when that movie first came out, and Kane was like going crazy. Anytime you'd hear about it, he'd snap.
Yeah. Yep, that's right, Clown. Johnny Depp's daughter plays one of the clerks in the store as well. So, yeah, Tusk is a wild one. It's wild. Hey, Diana, how are you? Hopefully you are well. Jacob, good night. Yep. From See No Evil. I want to get to that. Deanna, give me 1 second. I want to get back to that because I got a couple other things here. I wanted to share this. Chris sent this over. This was really a nice, like such an awesome statement here, Chris. I know you shared this with me, so I wanted to have you share that with everyone. Talk a little bit about this for us.
Yeah, so Mike Rome, ring announcer for NXT, went to the Halloween Horror Nights and got to go through the house and was just talking about how, Bray, had always mentioned that he, he was going to have a haunted house someday. And so Mike was talking about how awesome it was at one, but at the same time, wishing that Bray could have seen it. And, he said he about made him cry, and he thinks Bray would have probably cried in seeing it. And that really hit home for me that, it just sucks that, Bray didn't get to see that, but I'm glad it happened though. And all of us get to experience it, and a lot of other people get to experience it. And they paid really good tribute to him at the end of it and everything.
Yeah. Like this. Yeah, I mean,
cool too, seeing all the Wyatt Sicks actually getting to go and experience it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, Oh man, it's still so heartbreaking. But I
Mhm.
know that he is smiling down. I
Yeah.
just wish that he could be here physically with us to enjoy it. And you sent this over as well from Jason Baker.
Yep, Jason got to go experience the Halloween Horror Nights too, and obviously he helped work on it.
Yeah, that's
Love
true.
the tribute there of the lantern on the WWE logo. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool, man.
Mhm.
Well, I want to go here since Deanna. We were talking about horror, and it is a good tie-in. Um, because I mean, you think about the Fiend. You want to talk about made for a horror movie.
Mhm.
That character is absolutely made for a horror movie. So, and obviously, since Bray's passing, the storyline, the group hasn't really had much. I would say, well, supernatural. Definitely, they've had some horror aspects. I would say.
Mhm.
But Deanna asking a really good question here. How would you change up the Wyatts to more horror? So I want to get your thoughts and then thoughts of folks in the chat too. And thank you to everyone that's just joined us, by the way, too.
Obviously the big thing that sticks out to me is, going back to their debut and the massacre that happened backstage, which had Gable and everything. I would love to see them do some more of that, and not all the time or anything. I think it would need to be spread out and sporadic. And I like the idea of keeping it to backstage too, because obviously you can't go. We've talked about it before. You can't go down the road of making them invincible or anything like they tried to do with the Fiend. That doesn't work. It would be cool to see some aspects of that done backstage and not in the ring. Like they could still be beatable in the ring, but yet still be able to do stuff to people backstage and have, just some more of that fear. Like I said, even if it's only once in a while, I think it'd be really cool if they brought back some aspects of that. No, that would just keep people on the edge. Like, the Wyatt Six could strike anywhere, anytime, and do something like that to you backstage, or even more of the mind game stuff, like we saw a little bit with Nikki in the dressing room and stuff like that. I'd love to see a little bit more of the spooky mind games kind of stuff. And I don't want them to go overboard with it too, because I know some people will complain about too much of that. I think it's good if they just sprinkle a little bit in here or there.
Right. No, I definitely like that point. I think too, backstage, like you said, is a great opportunity to do that without it coming off as over the top supernatural or
Mm-hmm.
over the top cringe. But I think I like where Clown is going. Clown said
Mm-hmm.
have them move back to the swamp and give them a wrong turn vibe. I
That'd
like
be cool if they did some more vignettes from Swamp or something
yeah,
like that. Yeah, I like
I
that.
like that. I also like the idea of them just randomly popping up on people, jump scaring people,
Mm-hmm.
and leaving items for them. Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
for a while, it was the VHS tapes in the box.
Yeah.
Some kind of hook like that they can bring into the fold, and it's almost Jigsaw-esque
Mm-hmm.
because they're getting them to play that game with them, but
Yeah.
it's not a complete rip off of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
like that.
that's how I would make it more horror. I think that the other thing too, though, is I mean, just playing into people's natural fears.
Mm-hmm.
Jump scaring them, showing up, somehow getting in their car,
Mm-hmm.
and
Especially more when you're talking the backstage stuff like that too. More of
yeah,
them with their masks on, scaring
right,
people.
right. Yeah, Deanna saying like torn up personal items, gear. Yeah, I mean just different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Different stuff. I mean, even if they wanted to pull stuff from a previous gimmick
Mm-hmm.
for someone.
Or like like there for a while, and we used to see the Nightbird backstage with the little light in his mouth. If they like, somebody walked in their dressing room and there was one of those sitting there or something, even little things like that.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I think stuff like that would add a horror element to it, but not be so over the top that you turn people off.
Or even bringing back seeing some of the puppets backstage. But,
Yeah.
for a while, and obviously, these guys are direct representations of some of those puppets. So that would be cool too, to bring some of that back.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this right now. You don't have to bring the puppet back per se. Have them be back there, because if I saw a 6'7", 8", whatever Eric Rowan is, bunny, just lurking in the shadows, and it's real dark, and I just see like ears sticking up.
Yeah,
I can tell you this.
They did do that recently, one of the backstage segments, and it was awesome. I want to see more of that.
More of that. I will. I don't know how fast I can run a 40-yard dash in, but I would test it that day.
Yeah,
because I'd be out of there. Deanna saying like Cross would leave the hourglass. Yeah, yeah, like some type of hook like that. Alicia saying, or Spooky Faint singing near certain wrestlers like Jeepers Creepers. I like that too. Sean saying, I know they can't do this all the time, but when Mercy, aka Dexter, kidnapped Miz was great. That was great.
Yeah,
that was great. Yeah, and you know what? Because Brock Lesnar did it, I wouldn't mind if they got some of the commentators sometimes, some of the commentary team, if the Wyatt Sicks kind of got on their case a little bit sometimes. No one should be safe.
Yeah.
Kind of deal. That's kind of how I would roll with it. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Talking about
ideas from everybody.
Yeah, good stuff. All right. So I'm gonna start out here with a big announcement that I don't know if enough people have seen. Maybe you all have, and maybe I'm just old and not on social media. But Chris, man, share this with everybody because you told me about this. I'm not stealing your thunder.
Yep. So there was a AAA show recently. Psycho Clown and Pagano, I think they had just had a match, and they were talking after the match, and all of a sudden the lights went out, and we got a video of the Wyatt Sicks, and then at the end of that video, it showed that on October 25th, AAA is going to be having this show, Heroes Immortales, and the Wyatt Sicks will be facing Pagano and Psycho Clown for the AAA tag team titles.
We even have a little video. Because of YouTube, we can't share the actual video, but it's out there. But we do have audio of it. So I have some pictures going over. So got a quick little clip of it, and then we'll talk more about this and then the rest of what's to come with the Wyatt Sicks.
Y la potencia mundial de la lucha libre.
This season has changed. The hourglass has emptied. The Reaper
stuff.
Crowd was going crazy for that. It's so awesome that AAA crowd is really into the Wyatt Sicks.
Yeah, man. That's when I heard that crowd reaction, I was like, man, They are so over.
Mhm.
It's awesome. So what are your thoughts on them getting that title match in AAA and following up that attack that they had?
I think it's awesome. I mean, we've talked about it. I think it's so cool that they're, not just content with the tag team titles they have. They're going after even more tag team titles. I think that's such a cool angle. Love to see it in a different promotion like that. And it just, man, I mean, as we've seen lately, like the door is just so open for anything right now. It's amazing. Like we've seen, Dr. Wagner Jr. showed up on NXT. And we saw someone else from AAA show up on TNA recently. Like Wyatt Sicks could win these titles and show up on TNA or something. Like it's amazing the crossover here that we have of AAA and NXT and TNA. Like they could all anybody could show up on any show. Yep. It's such a cool aspect. I love it. Never thought we'd get to see anything like this in wrestling.
Me either. First thing I thought about was the crowd reaction and how happy I am for all of them to get that type of reaction. Second thought I had when you sent me that was there's actual hope that they could work in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Hardys retain at Bound for Glory, what a way to take the Hardys from TNA. Because what if they do this? I just had a thought about this. What if they beat the Hardys in TNA, take those titles, and as a part of that loss, the Hardys have to go back to WWE?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's so much potential, and I love that aspect that they could be going around and just collecting all these tag titles from everywhere. Like that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so excited about just all the possibilities and new audiences seeing the Wyatt Sicks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think that, to your point, we were talking earlier about just the availability of horror movies and horror content out there. You may not think that the Wyatt Sicks are a horror group per se, but you can definitely say they're horror adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
And for your horror fans out there, and I can tell you now, there's a lot of them. They might dig this if they're not a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with them showing up on AAA stuff, I feel like that just opens the door more for maybe them to push the envelope a little bit. Maybe they could do a little bit more they wouldn't necessarily do on WWE TV that they will do on AAA.
Right. And to that point, Chris, the video package and everything that they did, it even felt a little bit different. Did it feel different to you? Like it felt a little bit darker. Package.
Yeah, it definitely did. Yeah, I love the imagery and stuff, and yeah, just the way that the graphics that they use and stuff. They're showing they showed the date over and over and over on the background there. It's classic Wyatt Sicks stuff that we'd seen them do before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely had a darker tone to it and stuff. And I mean, when we saw that attack, I mean, they beat the crap out of Psycho Clown and Pagano, worse than they've probably beat anybody, at least since Gable and American Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely am very interested to see how this goes.
Yeah,
if they push into that a little more. On the flip side, though, I did think of something that could be a possibility that it could happen with this. Is maybe what if the Street Profits come and cost them the AAA tag titles? What if they show up in AAA and you keep them from winning them? That's definitely a possibility too.
I like that, and I definitely want to get to the Street Profits because obviously we know that they have a match coming up with the Wyatt Sicks, and so there are a couple things that I got from this match. I feel like the Wyatt Sicks have the entire tag division in turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
They
really have.
it seems like a few teams are having issues. So what do you think about their seeming control over the tag division at this point and what it's doing to it?
Oh, I think it's such a cool aspect. I mean, we talked about it when we weren't sure what they were going to do when they first came back, and I've loved it more and more every week. The stuff they've been doing, I think it's so cool for them. I never would have guessed it either, that they would target the tag division the way they have. And yeah, they have completely turned it upside down. Not only have they dominated it and won the belts and kept them so far, but yeah, the mind games, and they've been able to get in almost every team's head. I mean, just in this match, we've already seen the turmoil with the Street Profits. You saw it with Miz and Mello for sure. Mello just bailed on Miz and cost them that match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have, Bo has gotten in so well into people's heads and just planted those seeds. And now we're really seeing those seeds grow into division between a lot of these teams.
Yes. And like you said, I mean, they've been planting those seeds for a while. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, it just seems like a lot of issues between teams now, which is interesting.
And on the flip side of that, I mean, look how good an example the Wyatt Sicks are making of what a family really looks like.
Right.
The Wyatt Sicks stick together no matter what. They're showing these other teams what they think they are, but they're really not.
Right. Exactly. Deanna saying, I kind of want to see the Wyatts versus Pretty Deadly. It could be so much fun.
That would be very interesting. I could just see them be totally grossed out and stuff by them.
And just be afraid. Like, I'd love it if they could just act afraid and be.
Yeah, see one of them turn around and there's Nikki right there in their face.
Alicia saying DIY. I like that too.
Yeah, I could definitely see some more split between them.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. So I know we were talking about this before we started, but I don't think we have a date for this potential match. Maybe we find out on Friday.
Yeah, they said that they get a future tag title opportunity, but yeah, we've not been given any kind of date or anything as to when that's going to be. So yeah, who knows? And there's nothing advertised yet at all that I've seen anyway for this Friday's SmackDown. So
yeah,
I'm going to be going to the SmackDown, and I have no idea what I'm going to see yet.
So I'm gonna put this into the universe for you, because I really hope this happens. I hope at the beginning of SmackDown, the Street Profits go to Nick Aldis and say, look, we get our shot anytime we want it tonight.
That would be awesome.
We get it Friday night, and and it's interesting, and this is me knowing way too much about wrestlers and the teams they root for. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Angelo Dawkins is a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Just throwing that out there. It might mean something. It may not. But wouldn't it be awesome if he turned in Cincinnati?
Yes, it would. It's interesting, too. This is the last SmackDown in the States, too. The SmackDown after, they're in Perth. And that SmackDown's in Perth, and the day after that is Crown Jewel.
Yep. Deanna saying Dawkins is from Cincy. He's going to the UC games.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes it really interesting.
So just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Jeremy saying, I want R-Truth to do something with the Wyatts.
That'd be so awesome. He needs to be an honorary member of the Wyatt Sicks.
You know how they did the stuff with him in the Judgment Day? I'd love to see it if they did something like that with him and Wyatt. Like if they show clips of the old vignettes and you see him in the background, I would just absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so great. Yeah,
okay, so here's a question though. As we begin to wrap up, here's a question based on that. What puppet does he portray? Does he do something completely different, or does he portray someone that was in the funhouse at one point and maybe didn't last so long, like a friendship frog, or what's the parrot, Pasquale or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Do you do something like that?
I think I see them more coming up with some kind of a unique puppet of R-Truth. Yeah. I think they could probably really go wild with that and do something funny. Make some kind of little puppet that looks like him.
That would be so awesome. I would love it, because I feel like, let's see, Clown says his puppet has to be new and it has to be little Jimmy. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Because the Wyatts were able to help him see little Jimmy, and he could be like, "Look, see, I told y'all I wasn't, there he is." I love that.
Yeah, that would be great. Little Jimmy can be best buddies with Ramblin' Rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. That is so good, man.
Yeah, they need to do more with him. They've not been using him much lately. After all that outcry, they let him go, and people wanted him back, and now they're not using him. Not much, at least not since the Brock thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing, because it's like, okay, you heard the outcry, you acted on it, but did you really act on it?
Yeah,
you would just shut people up.
It doesn't do much good to have him back and not use him.
Because people were upset because they wouldn't see him anymore. Now he's back, and they're still not seeing him. Anymore. So yeah.
I've thought that for a while, that sometimes I feel like WWE can just have too much on their plate, that sometimes wrestlers kind of fall through the cracks because they're trying to balance 20 plates at once, and
I think there are a couple things there too. I think one, when and I get it, because you want to ride the hot hand, but when they have a storyline that's really hitting, they put a lot of time into those stories. I mean, I'm talking 30, 40-minute segments at times that we've seen.
Yeah.
So if you maybe make that 15 and follow up on that and use social media to boost it more, and you give that 15 to something else, maybe. Yeah, I'm not a show producer, so I could be completely off base. I have no experience doing that. But if that's something that they could do, it'd be good to see them.
Another thing too, I want to see them utilize more. They've got it right here in front of them. They've done it a little bit, but I think they could do a better job with it. Is utilize some more of this talent that they don't use as much on SmackDown and Raw, on NXT, on TNA, on AAA. I mean, push into that more. Have some more people that don't get featured a lot show up on some of those shows. I mean, you've got all this potential that you could have people on any of these shows now. So I'd like to do that more, especially with talent that doesn't get featured on Raw and SmackDown as much.
Absolutely, man. Well, we're gonna start to wrap up today's show. That hour went fast. I can tell you
that.
It did. Real fast. Again, I'm gonna say this real quick. If you don't mind, drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. We are so glad that you're here. Please hit that subscribe button so you know when we have future content. And for the rest of the week, we have TNA on Thursday. We're going to start at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. the follow-up to Victory Road, and my goodness, did a lot happen at Victory Road.
Yeah.
Woo, a lot happened. Lots of changes. So
the weekend after this one is Bound for Glory.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it. So, yeah, Bound for Glory is coming up. We got a follow-up to Victory Road. So Thursday should be a very interesting and jam-packed show for TNA. So come join us on Thursday. And then Sunday, Joe and I will be back for Between the Ropes, Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
And then I think it's a week from tonight is NXT Invasion.
Yep, October 7th.
That's going to be good, too.
Yep, so that's going to be really good. So lots going on over the next few weeks that's involving TNA and as a result of that NXT. So come join us. It's a good point to join the bandwagon if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, we're gonna get out of here. But Chris, I just wanted to have you share any final thoughts that you have about what we got coming up and what we've seen up to this point.
I'm just super excited. I was so happy to see that video and see that that wasn't just a random thing when they attacked those guys, and now we're gonna get a AAA tag team title match out of it, and and we're gonna get they're pushing forward the Street Profits too. Like, I'm so glad that they're using the Wyatt Sicks. They're not letting them slip by the wayside or anything like that. Like, they're keeping them active, which is just awesome to see. I can't ask for much more than that. So yeah, definitely excited to see what happens with these the match with the Street Profits and the match with Pagano and Psycho Clown.
Absolutely, man. And again, we're going to put a couple things into the universe, into the air.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll get to see the Wyatt Sicks in person this Friday. That would make my night.
Yes. Street Profits, please come out and challenge the Wyatts on Friday to a match that very night. So our dear friend Chris can see the Wyatt Sicks live. And the other thing is, please have the Wyatt Sicks show up at Bound for Glory at the conclusion of the tag match, confronting the winner of that match. Please and thank you.
That place would go nuts if that happened.
My gosh. Yeah, that place would come unglued, and who's ever on stream on this channel will come unglued too. So
yeah. And it just adds so much more to them too. It makes them that much more ominous. Now, we've seen them show up in AAA. If they show up in TNA too, it's like, wow, these guys can just show up anywhere, anytime. Go after whatever titles they want. It adds some of that horror vibe to them without going overboard with it or anything. Just the fact that they could show up like that, it adds some scariness to them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who knows? They could eventually end up on NXT. And how would you like to see a dark state in Wyatt Sicks?
Oh, I was just thinking that would be
showdown. I'd like to see it. So.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Well, Chris, thank you so much again, man. Always fun.
Yep.
We had a lot of fun chatting about some different things today, and thank all of you in the chat so much for all of your feedback and input, your comments. We greatly appreciate it. Come join us for one of our streams for the rest of the week, but if not, we will see you again next Tuesday, hopefully, for our next episode of Fireflies Forever. Take care, everyone, and have a great rest of your week.
I'm the color red in a world full of black and white.
Brace for the change, brace for the rage, brace for the wave. I've been going through it. Y'all know the pain, driving insane, deep in your veins. Y'all know how I prove it. Strut through the lanes, gripping the grain. Miles an hour, yeah, miles of fluid. Mask on, asking, why should I do it? Because no one is moving. I came from the swamp, the mud. Algorithm told me I was the plug. Feel for the fiend, you know what I mean. I've been through all of the lesson and hugs, and that is because I've had all hope who enter here. So listen clear, I made your dreams. Fireflies don't disappear.